What's up, y'all? It's your boy, Rome GoodPromo. We back. Got an update on former NBA player Patrick Beverley, Pat Bev. He was arrested at the end of 2025, maybe like November, on assault charges. It was an incident that happened with his younger sister where she had a boy in the house, older boy, and a situation happened where Pat Bev, he supposedly put his hands on her, choked her up. He was arrested.
Tonight, we're learning more about the arrest of Patrick Beverley, the former Houston Rocket. Here's what we know so far. Fort Bend County officials confirmed that Beverley was arrested today on a felony charge of family violence assault, specifically impeding breath and circulation. That is, his bond is set at $40,000. But just hours ago, his attorney sent us a statement saying, quote, Patrick Beverley has no criminal record. He cares deeply about his little sister, a young lady, a minor, given that when he unexpectedly found her alone in the home with an 18-year-old man in the middle of the night, he was understandably concerned, as any brother would be, about his sister. Beverley took to social media saying, quote, please don't believe everyone you see on the internet. Hope all is well.
Pat Bev, like I said, former NBA player. He was in the league maybe like 12 years. One of those role players towards the end of his career, known for his defense, known for being a shit talker, getting in players' heads. Bounced around to a lot of teams. He's on Chicago for a minute, Philly, Milwaukee, Houston. He had a podcast, the Pat Bev podcast, he had with a co-host named Ron. I'm not familiar with Ron outside of the Pat Bev podcast. That's how I got introduced to him. Even though he had his own situation and stuff like that before linking with Pat Bev, I just wasn't familiar with him. I think he works for Barstool Sports, and that's who paired him with Pat Bev. So they had a pretty dope podcast. I would watch it, and I followed them on Instagram. It's kind of a unique pair. Seem to be from two different sides of the earth, these two guys, but they came together and made good content. Like I say, once Pat Bev got arrested, I guess he couldn't really upload stuff to Barstool, or Barstool just wanted to, let the case happen and let things unfold to see, what really happened. And that's kind of understanding with, dealing with some of these corporate brands and companies like that. They'll definitely, step back. That's kind of what happened. But at the same time, his co-host Ron also did the same thing. They wasn't really talking.
Obviously, I've seen all the news about what's going on with Pat Bev, and I think it's the easiest and most clear thing to say is that I don't fuck with anyone that's putting their hands on kids or women, period. And I don't think that that's cool at all. I don't think that that's ever cool, no matter who you are, no matter who my relationship, what my relationship is with somebody. I think that that's not cool. The story that I was told was different from that, and that's why we recorded yesterday. Obviously, I read that police report, and if what is in that police report happened, don't fuck with that at all. Don't fuck with that at all. And I hope it's not true. Obviously, like I said, the story I was told was different. And so I hope that, I don't hope that anybody is lying, but I hope that violence didn't happen. But being a logical human being with a brain, you read a police report like that, and it seems like there's physical evidence that it did. But again, I shouldn't even be making a statement about this, but every time I go online, everybody is asking, so I figured it'd be the easiest way to just kind of get out ahead of it. It's not like, that's not for me, and it puts me in a terrible spot. It puts the show in a terrible spot, even being in this situation.
They had a successful show together. They built something, together. I watched it grow, what I'm saying? Their followers grow, their subscribers grow. It was the Pat Bev podcast. At some point, it turned into hooping and hollering. Another former NBA player, Jason Williams, he was added. Jason Williams, white chocolate. So once this situation happened with Pat Bev, Jason Williams and Ron, they continued on with hooping and hollering. So the past few months or so, it's just been them two. And they kind of built chemistry and been carrying that on. And so now that the charges have been dropped with Pat Beverley, he talked to Barstool and, It's out there. The case was dismissed.
Former Houston Rockets guard Patrick Beverley on assault charges. Last November, we told you Beverly was arrested in Fort Bend County, accused of choking and punching his younger sister. His defense team, which includes well-known attorney Rusty Hardin, releasing a statement saying they were confident when a grand jury heard all the facts in the case, Beverly would be cleared, which is what they say happened today.
So he wants to get back to work, and it kind of seems like everybody kind of switched up on him. The guys have moved on. Barstool, they kind of telling him one thing, the guys telling him one thing. So it just kind of just make it for an interesting story to me. Pat Bev did release on his YouTube channel like a little small documentary style video where he kind of just explaining everything he went through with the court case and everything, how it unfolded, how it hit the media, how people reacted to it.
Actually shocked a little bit due to the fact that this show was the Pat Bev pod with Ron less than 6 months ago. So I get a call, right, through this whole process, right, this whole case process, right. I haven't been able to like really post anything with Barstool, you know, just until everything was over with. Dave has done a phenomenal job being communication-wise, right, allow me to still be with Barstool, but, you know, basically until I get my shit in order, you feel me, like, come back when you're not hot type of vibes. And I understood it. The truth came out and everything is over with. I'll call Dave, like, okay, cool. It's time to get back on the pod. Like, what's up? You feel me? And Dave say, have you talked to the guys? And I'm like, okay. I don't know why I got to talk to them, but all right. I hit the group chat. Mind you, through this whole time, right? And I don't want to harp too much on this, but through this whole time, like, I ain't heard a word from Ron. Is you okay? Is family okay? Is mom okay? Is sister okay? Not a word, right? And I'm an emotional type of dude, so y'all let me know if I'm in my feelings or not. So Christmas come, and I know I'm gonna get a Merry Christmas from him. And you feel me? I wait, and I don't get, and I hit him like, yo, Merry Christmas. Like, hope the fam is well. You know, he hit me back like, oh man, was caught up with the family. Yeah, hope all is well. Mind you, I haven't talked to Ron on the phone since this situation has happened. Not one time. You talking about this? Look, you know, like, me and Ron go deep. Like, you feel me? Like, I was there when his kids got baptized. You know, so like, excuse me if I feel some type of way, right? Not from Barstool, just from the homie. This was the Pat Bev and Ron. We got 278,000 subscribers together. We got a YouTube plaque together. You feel me? So like, this is my dog. Like, I thought, like, you feel me? This is my dog. So I hit the group like, yo, you know, I'm back, boys. I'm ready to work. You feel me? Like, y'all been holding down. I'm ready to get back to work. Ron reached out to me, man. I know you glad this is over. This. I'm like, all right. So, okay, when do we start? And then they go quiet. And I'm like, they like, have you talked to anybody? I'm like, talk to anybody? Like, I talked to Dave. Dave say, have I talked to y'all? I talked to y'all. Y'all tell me, have I talked to somebody else? So me and Dave get on the phone. And Dave, shout out to Dave too, man. Solid dude since day one. Like, from him finding me into where I am right now, media-wise, he's been a phenomenal, right? I talked to Dave, and Dave hit me like, yeah, the guys wanted me to reach out and tell you that, you know, they want to keep going how the party is now. You know, you've been gone for 3 months, and they want to, you know, just keep that going right now. And I'm like, what guys? Like, what guys are you talking about? Like, he's like, the guys from the pod. And I'm like, why are you telling me this? Like, why hasn't, you feel me? I'm talking about producers. Like, I'm talking about I got people who produce the show currently. I had them sleeping on my couch in my house, bought them beds, had my chef cook them meals. Like, I still ain't heard from them. Like, excuse me if I feel some type of way, y'all. Excuse me. Y'all let me know if I'm wrong. You feel me? I'm wrong a lot. But I'm a real dude. So y'all let me know if I'm wrong or not for feeling this type of way. I say, Dave, why are you telling me this? Like, why ain't nobody from the pod like telling me this? Yeah, they told me to reach out to you, right? And I'm like, okay, so what you saying? Like, what you saying? I'm just saying that guys don't want you on the pod. I'm like, But we was just doing numbies on the pod, right? We was, me, J. Will, Rome, first episode, 119,000. Second episode, 94,000. Like, you feel me? Like, we've been doing numbies. Like, I say, all right, cool, right? Cool. And Dave told we chop it up about 30 minutes, right? We hang up. I hit Rome, text him. Like, damn, dog, like, you could have warned me about the bullet I was about to get, right? I thought we was friends, right? I thought we was, you feel me? Like, but regardless, it's always love, wrong. You know the vibes. Like, you know the vibes. You feel me? Like, you Brody, to me still, right? Like, you know the vibes. Wrong hit me back like, yeah, man, I just found out 15 minutes ago before you talked to Dave. Like, I guess they made a business decision. So I'm really confused right now, right? I'm really confused. If we live in a place where it's innocent until proven guilty and I'm innocent, I don't understand why, like, but that's a whole nother story. So yeah, that's the reason why I'm not with on the pod right now on Hooping and Hollering. But it's no, let me get this clear so everybody understands. There's no beef, no shade, no anything. I just know, like, I'm gonna get asked this question, so I'm gonna just answer it right off the top. Like, this is what was told to me, right? Even though we have a contract, right? I don't know if you feel me. If I didn't like a teammate, I just couldn't stop working with the teammate because I didn't like the teammate. Again, that's not how it works contractual wise. So, yeah, man, we're just trying to find a way to kind of navigate through all this right now. So that's the vibes with the pod and Hooping and Hollering. And it's no beef. Like, Ron, I tell Ron, like, come on, dog, like, you already know the vibes with me. It ain't never no beef. You feel me? Like, what you mean? It was Pat Bev, pod with Ron. What you mean? Like, it can never be beef, you know? So, like, shout out to those guys. It's always love. Y'all subscribe to those guys too, Hooping and Hollering. All the people from Hooping and Hollering, y'all subscribe to my YouTube because I'm putting everything out on my platform. So, and that's the vibes.
You're innocent until proven guilty, you know, but people go judge and make decisions right off of the rip. It was a police report released and, you know, it said one thing, but that came out to not be the truth. You know what I'm saying? And I'm familiar with situations like that. It was an incident that happened with me when I was younger and I got arrested, and what it said in the police report was not what happened, you know, at all. But that's a whole nother story. So his case was dismissed and he wanted to pick back up, you know, with the podcast and get things rolling with the guys. This is something that he helped build. Like I said, I wouldn't even know who Ron is without Patrick Beverley. You know, this is something that he built. So I'm kind of not surprised, you know what I'm saying, that this happened. They paired the guy Ron with Patrick Beverley. You know, they kind of seen that they could build something together. It's unfortunate that Patrick Beverley had this situation happen with his family, his younger sister. Things happen in life, you know what I'm saying? Situation Patrick Beverley had with the reporter, him throwing a ball in the crowd.
I'm sorry, before I finish. You subscribe to my pod?
Do I subscribe to you? I do not.
So you can't interview me then. No disrespect.
Well, Jamal is here.
You subscribe? Okay, cool.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Again, there were a couple times within a bucket or two. In previous games, y'all have been able to kind of get over that hump, or maybe. Was it anything they did in particular, or was it just one of the...
It appears, we don't know the circumstances, but it certainly appears he crossed the line.
Oh, he hit that lady in the head?
Throws a ball in the stands.
He hit that lady
back, and he fires it back.
Oh, he gone. He gonna get suspended.
Yeah, yeah.
Man, he hit that lady in the head.
That'll be next.
Obviously, he was trying to hit that guy. It don't matter who he was trying to hit. Yeah. You can't hit no lady.
You could kind of tell that he might have some type of anger issues, or, you know, he could snap quick. I'm not saying he put his hands on his sister, but you could tell that this situation could have been prevented altogether. Like, you know, he could have just told the sister to leave, let the mother handle it, because you see how this unfolded. You know what I'm saying? He is a public figure, former NBA player, successful podcast, and I'm pretty sure he's the breadwinner for the whole family. You know what I'm saying? So you got to be careful in these situations because it could ruin future endeavors or your current situation, which it did for him. It ain't ruined. You know, he'd be able to get things back popping, but like it seemed like Barstool is kind of moving forward without him. the guys move forward without him. And I'm kind of not surprised. It seemed like Rome kind of wanted to move on without him, and he got his wishes, you know what I'm saying? I'm not sure why I kind of see it like that, and I'm not surprised, but I don't know. It just kind of just seemed obvious that he would want to go on without Pat Bev, keep growing. He got Jason Williams done. So I'm not surprised that the situation happened. It's unfortunate. A lot of people reported on the story, like when he got arrested, the assault case, but now that the charges have been dismissed, I'm not really seeing as many videos pop up or anything like that. You know, it's always louder when something unfortunate happened, you know what I'm saying? But when things come to light, people be quiet, it be crooked. So I just wanted to make a video on that because I did see a clip go up last week of White Chocolate and Rome, and it made me think, like, where the hell is Pat Beverley at? You know what I'm saying? And what's going on with that situation? And then, like I say, Pat Beverley recently just dropped some stuff on his platform, and he started explaining the whole situation, and I thought it was just kind of crazy that how it's kind of unfolding. So Pat Bev said there's no hard feelings, you know what I'm saying? He support those guys, and hopefully those guys support him. But I kind of hate the way it turned out. How do y'all feel about the situation with Pat Bev, his podcast, his co-host, Jason Williams being added, and them carrying it on? How do y'all feel about it? Let me know in the comments. This is something I just thought was interesting and pretty dope, and I could bring context to it like how I like to do. Hey, yo, shout out to my subscribers, the old ones, the new ones. I appreciate all y'all. It's your boy Rome Good. I'm going to have a video coming real soon. I'm on y'all next time. Peace.